Disconnect the dryer from the wall outlet and take the dryer apart. Grab the idle pulley, lift it up a little bit, clear the pin, bring it down, remove the spring, and take the complete assembly out. Remove the bad idler pulley wheel like this. For lubrication, you could use white lithium grease from the auto parts store. Apply grease on the idle pulley arm. And install the idle pulley wheel. To install the idle pulley, you need to make sure that the rod goes through this hole and then it goes through the hole on the blower housing like this. Then you pull it out a little bit to clear the pin, hook up the spring, pull it out again, clear the pin, and then bring it right up, and that's the way you put it on. That was a way to replace a bad idle pulley wheel. If your dryer is making noises like these, check for loose or broken drum baffles. To learn how to replace or adjust the baffles, do the following. Disconnect the dryer from the wall outlet. Using a potty knife, open the top panel and lean it against the wall. If you're using a cordless screwdriver like this one, set it up so you don't strip the holes or the screws, okay? If the screws on the baffles are loose, all you have to do is tighten the screws. If you need to remove any of the baffles, just remove the holding screws open the door on the dryer and remove the bad baffle. Make sure you put the baffle the right way, or the holes on the drum will not match the holes on the baffle. Once you got the baffle the right way, just go ahead and put it inside of the drum and screw in the holding screw just to hold it in place. Be careful when you're screwing in the holding screws that you don't strip the holes on the baffles, okay? Go ahead and close the door and lower the top panel. And try the dryer to see how it works now. Let me show you how to check the blower wheel. Disconnect the dryer from the wall outlet. Open the top panel like this with a potty knife and lean it against the wall. Remove the wires from the wire holder and unscrew the two front panel holding screws. Remove the front panel and lean it against the dryer like this. Just be careful it doesn't fall down or it could break the door switch. If you could turn the blower wheel without turning the motor shaft, you have a bad blower wheel and you need to replace it. To remove the bad blower wheel, you need to remove all the screws on the cover plate, then remove the cover plate. You will need a snap ring pliers like this one to remove the snap ring. Go ahead and remove the snap ring. Then remove the spring clamp. Just be careful it doesn't hit you in the face, okay? And remove the bad blower wheel. Align the flat spot on the blower hole with the flat spot on the motor shaft and install the blower wheel on the motor shaft. Install the spring clamp and the snap ring. Set the blower cover in place and screw in the holding screws. Set the front panel in place and screw in the holding screws. Lower the top panel connect the dryer to the wall outlet and try the dryer to see how it sounds now. Disconnect the dryer from the wall outlet and take the dryer apart. Use a small screwdriver to remove the E-clip like this. Remove the bad roller and the washers. Usually you don't remove this piece. You just replace the rollers. But let me show you how to remove it in case you want to do it because it comes with a kit. To remove it, all you have to do is remove these two screws and take it right out. Set the new one in place and screw in the two holding screws. Install the Teflon washer first. Use lithium grease to lubricate the post. You could buy the grease at the auto parts store. Set the new roller in place. Make sure that you could see the word front on the front of the roller. Install the metal washer. And install the E-clip using a pair of pliers like this. Use the same procedure to replace the other roller on the right hand side. Now all you have to do is put the dryer back together. That was the way to replace bad drum rollers. Disconnect the dryer from the wall outlet and take it apart. This is the location of the drum glides, one on the left and one on the right. If the glides in your dryer are in bad shape, just replace them. Remove the bad glide and the piece of felt under the glide. You will need to get a new drum glide kit like this one. Clean the area real good and stick the new felt padding in place. Push on it to make sure that it sticks real good. And install the glide like this. Now let's replace the other glide. Remove the bad glide and remove the felt under the glide if you have one, if you haven't fall off. Clean the area so the felt padding will stick good. Stick the new felt padding in place and install the new glide. Now all you have to do is put the dryer back together. That was the way to replace the drum front glides. Disconnect the dryer from the wall outlet and take it apart. Grab the bad drum seal and pull on it until it comes right out. Use a scraper or a wire brush to clean the area where you're going to put the glue for the new seal. You will need to get a new drum seal and high temperature glue to glue the seal to the dryer. You should always follow the instructions that come with the replacement parts. Use rubber gloves so you don't get glue all over your hands. Apply glue on the area that you're going to glue the seal on the drum back panel. Spread the glue evenly all around the drum. Put glue on your finger to apply glue on the bottom part. Since I'm installing a used drum seal, my seal already has the right shape. Now since you're putting a new seal, you might have to shape it. You might have to keep moving it and folding it until you get it in the right position and in the right shape, okay? You will need to keep working the seal until you have it right on the right spot. You will need to make sure that the seal is under the drum rollers. Okay? You can remove the rollers if it make it easier for you. I never do. All I do is I tuck it right under the rollers like this. Set the drum in place. Make sure that the drum is riding on the two rollers. Give it a couple turns to make sure that it rolls easy. Then check the seal inside to make sure that it's sealing properly. Like this. Check the front seal. If the front seal is bad, replace it in the same manner that you replace the rear seal. It's the same thing. If the seal looks good but it's loose, just glue it in place like this. Apply glue all around it. Just make sure that you don't put glue on the area that the seal is going to make contact with the drum. Let the glue dry for a little while before putting the dryer back together.